this show, if it has, how has this show fundamentally changed your lives? Because we know that it really popped when it came out last year. It really became a big deal. I mean, there was some criticism. It's too elitist. It only represents a certain kind of woman, the urban, Indian woman. There was that criticism, but it also, we know from Amazon that it was one of their most successful shows. Tell me how it changed your lives, if it did. Did it sort of put you on the map? What's the strangest place that you've been recognized after the show dropped last year?
I have a really strange one.
Uh-huh.
I was shooting outdoors and it was really in the middle of nowhere, and we were traveling for around 6 hours in the bus, in a public bus.
Right.
And I was holding my pee for a long time. I had to really go to the loo, but obviously when you're traveling. So after some time, I went and told the conductor, who was like, I think 14 years old. I was like, listen, whenever you can, just stop the bus, you know? And after some time, he was like, Arey madam, aapko jana tha na? So he made sure So anyway, I got down. I found a little jhadi. I went behind. I literally, as I got up, I hadn't even almost pulled my pants up. I almost, in the motion to turn around, and there's a man standing there with a camera, phone, saying, Madam, for more shots. So I was like, my God, could you have waited in the corner? I mean, it can't get stranger, and it was so embarrassing. I didn't know where to go.
Oh my God. Yeah, so it wasn't, I mean, the place wasn't strange, but the situation was. So I was coming with a friend of mine. He was dropping me, so we were coming from town, and we jumped the light, and then we got stopped by the cops, and we were like, oh, whatever. And my friend immediately was like, listen, I'm sorry, maine dekha nahi or whatever. And he was like, aap chalan kaat do and stuff. And suddenly the cop goes, he looks at me and he's like, Amazon. मैं आपको देखा है. And while he's cutting the challan, like while he's cutting a fine, and he's like, मैं आपको देखा है, Amazon. And then I, in my very meek voice, I was like, तो फिर चालान रहने दीजिए ना, अगर देखा है तो.
Bathrooms is where you generally kind of, like, it's so strange. You're there and people are looking at you, and then you've, gone ahead and peed and come out, and they're like, can we just take a selfie? And I'm like, guys, like, come on. I mean, okay, I'm like, okay, can we just step outside and take it? Not in the loo. And it usually happens a lot in the airport loos, when you're traveling. It's
Yeah.
A very similar one to Manvi's, where it was a Friday night or Saturday night. I'd gone to Bandra with a friend of mine who was in the car. I was driving. On the way back on Dinking Road, they have all those nakabandis happening, and I got stopped by the cops, obviously. So I like stopped to the side, and then this female cop and this male cop both come, and they like looked at me, and they're like, oh, she goes, 4 more shots, please. And I was like, they were like, acha, aao na, picture lete hain. I'm like, haan, chalo. I'm telling my friend, 2 minutes, bro. I got out of the car. Facing head-on traffic, like high beams in your face, and we're taking pictures. Like,
wow. The second season, I watched the first episode, and it's interesting because it sort of picks up 4 months after where the first season ended, after the big fight. I won't give away too much. I feel like people should discover it, but there is a resolving of differences. There is a coming to the rescue of a friend, and there is a bond, of course. So what I want to ask you is, do you feel like that y'all had an impact and y'all had a say in where your characters were going?
I would say that the creators, Rongita and Ishita, and the writers were extremely clear about that we have to take the critiques and work on them. They did ask us, you tell us what you feel from beat to beat as per your character's journey and growth, how you feel, and you come back. For example, I always felt like, why are the girls always drinking so much? Why can't you also chill? How you chill with your friends, like in somebody's house or in a cafe. And they took that in. Also, another critique that had come was a lot of it could be a little superficial. And I think that was worked upon in terms of the interpersonal relationships.
Now, I'm going to say here very quickly that I asked, we had a preliminary conversation yesterday, and I asked each of you that we'll play a little game. So all of you have very kindly agreed to bring 5 little glasses of a drink that you're not particularly fond of because it's meant to be a punishment. So there, Bani, show us. Bani, what have you brought?
So today I found something in my kitchen I'd never had. I think I got this for my dog. It's neem leaf
Okay.
powder. I was
Wow.
like, chalo, kabhi try.
Neem
It sounds
leaf.
disgusting.
That sounds really
I
unpleasant.
made
Yeah.
3 shots. I made 3 shots with just water of that.
Okay.
And then these two, the clear ones are apple cider vinegar with very little water. So that means it's really concentrated and it's really going to hit my throat.
So I have happened to mix some vodka with some lime and with the beach inside. I haven't bothered taking out the beach. I was too bored.
First of all, I have 1 shot glass, not 5. So I'm going to have to keep repeating it. And it says Siddhi. So yay.
Nice.
And my drink is, so this might look like it's a good drink. It's. Can you see it?
Is it
I can
grapefruit?
see the raw pressed juice,
No,
but we-
it's sugarcane and lemon. Now,
Okay.
which otherwise sounds good, except
Yeah.
that this might be expired. Oh no! Don't do this, Of course not. Of course not.
I
But
told
it
you,
can
Of course.
expire anytime.
I would not suggest you do this.
Got Baileys, but listening to these ladies, I also got some Nimbu and apple cider shot.
Okay.
So if that
Okay, we're going to give it a shot. So we're playing Never Have I Ever, and we're going to rely on your honesty. So the first one is, I have never tried to secretly find out what the other girls are getting paid.
Never.
Not secretly. I'll ask them straight up if I had to.
The next one, I have never thrown a tantrum privately or openly that another co-star has either better lines or a better costume than me.
I have.
Oh, okay.
I put my glass back only.
Should I drink it?
Yes,
Go,
please.
Kirti.
Yeah.
Go, Kirti.
Okay.
Go, Kirti.
Chug, 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 chug. Yeah.
Okay, now this one's a tricky one. Never have I ever been on a date with one of the actors on the show. I don't mean y'all, it could be, I mean the rest of the cast. Never have I, oh, Manvi goes for it. I have one more. I have never gossiped or started a rumor about one of the other girls.
all of you take shots now.
I've not started a rumor.
Never
but
started
gossip,
rumors, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
We
but
gossip
gossip,
about each other all the time. Gossip about each other all the
I
time.
think we should all
Yeah, Shami, tu bhi le. Everyone
Oh,
takes
wait.
to take a damn.
But Bani
We're all taking, we're all taking.
this was great fun, guys. This was fun. And you know what I gather from this is that there is a real friendship and that there is a real honesty, and you know, y'all are cool being each other in front of yourselves, you know. So all the best. Can't wait to
Thank
watch
you.
it.
Thank you, Rajiv.
But I had great fun chatting with all of you.
Bye.
Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for the
See
time.
you.
Thank you. Lots of love. Bye.